Hi friends, if you can't already tell, I've got the super cute Christmas setup, our tree in the back, this really comfy sweater. We're just ready to get in the festive spirit. And so today I'm going to be sharing some sustainable, eco-friendly gift ideas. And let's just be honest, I've done my fair share of like Black Friday or Cyber Monday shopping and just like getting gifts at other stores or not sourced very ethically or whatever. But I think the main focus is to just kind of keep this in mind. And I'm personally someone who likes to give multiple gifts to a single person. So maybe like one slightly larger, more expensive thing and then throw in some little extra things in there. Just for me, like opening gifts like that are a lot of fun. So I think for most of these they're like really cute add-ons to an existing gift you may have, and some of them are kind of larger, more pricier things, but I tried to focus them on things that are a little more easy to get your hands on. I've split it into 3 different sections. We've got DIY things you can make yourself and like upcycle, I guess. We've got a whole lot of things that you could thrift at a secondhand store. I think thrifting kind of gets a bad rep and people think it's like gross and especially weird to gift to other people. I personally think if you're doing your hunting pretty well, you can find things that look almost brand new and are just like very specialty things. I think there's completely nothing wrong with that, and that's probably one of your best options because you aren't contributing to, you know, production of anything else. I think DIYs and thrifting should be your top thing to just even check out and try and attempt because they're just like really unique and special. But I've also got a few of other eco-friendly products for just someone living that, you know, sustainable lifestyle. So I've compiled 25 different ideas. I hope you find them helpful, and let's just get started with the DIYs. So first idea is to make a DIY lip scrub. I've seen super easy recipes where it's just sugar and honey and like coconut oil. You can add like essential oils to make it scented or whatever. I think that's just super cute. You can put it in a little tub that you might already have around your house. You could also maybe attempt to do like a skincare or hair care DIY, but I feel like people are a little more particular for those sort of things. So a lip scrub is a really nice, easy thing that I think anyone will be happy to receive and try out. Now this isn't really a DIY, but I guess it kind of is. It's to bake something or cook something, but I think some really festive ideas would be to do like cookies, you know, either snickerdoodles or gingerbread. Anyone is going to be happy to receive food. It could be really cute to put them together in like a cute little jar and you give that as an entire gift so they can keep the jar as a little kitchenware thing when they're done. Some ideas if you're a little bit artsy would be to make like a little cute bookmark, you know, just get some cardstock and markers or something. I know a lot of people might not think of themselves as artsy, but I think just doing like a simple pattern or something, even straight lines with just a really nice color scheme could be really nice. And if you're gifting someone like a book or something, a DIY bookmark could be a nice thing to add into that. Another cute kind of artsy thing would be to make an ornament. I think some cute ideas would be to maybe cut out a photo if you're giving it as a gift for like family or a friend, a picture of you guys on that ornament, or just if you want to get crafty, you know, you could do things with beads or yarn. And my last kind of DIY gift is to do something with pressed flowers or plants. I recently pressed some basil flowers and it's really simple to press them. Basically you need heavy books or any other heavy item and just fold over like some newspaper or napkins around the plants or flowers you want to press. Just leave that there for a couple of days, let them dry out completely. And then I don't know, I haven't really tried it myself yet, but I've been looking up ways you can pretty much just like glue tiny dots of glue to the back and stick it onto cardstock or something. I think a really cute one to do with it is to make like a simple little card. I love writing a little note for any type of gift, especially if you're like sending it away. I think it'd be really nice to send a card with what you're giving, and then with those pressed flowers you could just attach them so it's kind of decorative. They could keep the card and use it as decoration, or of course use those pressed flowers for any other thing like a bookmark like I mentioned earlier, or if you have a lot of different flowers you could attempt to do some kind of wall art. I think it's just a really pretty thing, and especially like a card, that's something you might already be giving, but if you can make the card itself it'd be a really nice touch. And now moving on to some items that you could thrift and give as gifts. As I said before, I feel like thrifting kind of might get a bad rep, and for me even I was questioning like, is it weird to give someone a thrifted item as a gift? If that person knows you well and they know you enjoy thrifting and stuff like that, they probably won't mind, and especially if it's a really nice product, they'd probably be even happier to receive that than like a store-bought thing, just because it really shows that you put in the effort to look for something very special for that distinct person. I myself would not mind at all. I'd gladly accept any thrifted gift. I think they're just so special, and as someone who likes thrifting myself, I really appreciate a good find. So of course you could thrift anything really and give it as a gift, but I think there are some things that are just in general a little trickier to shop for. So I kind of narrowed down some specific things that would be very easy gifts, and I think a lot of thrift stores have lots of options for them. For example, kind of starting off with homeware, you could give a really cute mug. There's tons of little like festive ones if you want to do a Christmas one. Another idea is to give a cute little dish. You could also thrift like kitchen dishes, I guess, to use for dining and stuff, but I was thinking more like the really tiny ones that you could use to place like jewelry, like bracelets or rings or something. There's so many pretty little designs that you might be able to find. So if you're also, you know, giving a little ring or something, maybe place that on the plate or whatever you find and like wrap that up as a whole little deal. And then also some just like general decorative pieces, like either a vase, or I found these really cool metal platters when I went thrifting the other day. You can place their own things in them or on them. Now moving on to some clothing and accessories. As I said, you could of course thrift anything, but I think in general to gift someone something like pants or even dresses, skirts, and most tops, like most clothing, is just kind of like a tricky thing. You want to get the perfect size of something where it's the perfect length and perfect fit. To be really foolproof, I think it's better to focus on like oversized things or accessories. So here's a few of them. You do scarves and different types of scarves. If someone lives in a colder climate, definitely give like a nice chunky one. But if someone doesn't really use scarves or need them, you could also give like those more pretty, just thin decorative scarves. So you could either use it like in your hair as a bandana sort of thing, or tie it as a tube top, tie it on your bag or something. There's so many cute designs. That's like one of my favorite spots to go in the thrift store. You could definitely give any type of hat. There's sun hats, baseball hats, there's beanies too, which I think would be perfect for the winter time. And hats are definitely a section to hit if you're looking for a gift for a boy, I think. Boys are so hard to shop for, but I feel like all of them like hats. And if you just find like a cool color they really like or something, I'm sure they're gonna use it. Bags are definitely another great gift idea and a really good section to hit if you're thrifting. I found so many cool tote bags, of course. That's probably like the easiest thing to find. But even if you search, you might find some really nice handbags that are in really good condition still. Another thing to definitely check out is like the coin pouches, wallets, clutches. That's just a really nice little gift to add into the mix. Definitely check out the jewelry section as well. I always find really cool earrings and even like necklaces, bracelets. They've got all the works there, especially if you're gifting to someone who kind of has a very bold and eccentric taste. There's always really cool funky ones there. Just look for the ones that are in really good condition and things you can easily clean before you gift them. Now moving on to the clothing, like I said, it's a little risky, I think, in general gifting clothes, but there's a couple of things that are just really easy because I think everyone doesn't mind wearing them more oversized. So one of them could be like hoodies. That's a great one for guys as well as sweaters, like festive Christmas sweater like this one I absolutely love. Just kind of cool crochet ones, or even like a really basic one that might be really soft or something. Can never go wrong with a good sweater. As well as some jackets. I found this really cool printed embroidered jacket that I was gonna get, but it was a little bit pricey, so I let it go, but it was super fun. And there's just so many jacket options, denim, puffer, especially like their raincoat sort of jackets. If you're gifting someone who does a lot of like hiking or outdoorsy stuff, I think that'd be a really nice gift. And those especially are easy to find really nice ones because they don't really get damaged or discolored. And one last section to check out at the thrift store would be the pajama section. Especially in the women's section, there can be really nice like robes or silky pajamas. I think pajamas are also just a really safe bet. Like, who can say no to that? And now moving on to some final eco-friendly products. I just didn't fit into my DIY or thrifted category. A couple of things relating to bar versions of products would be a dish soap bar. That's super cool. Minimize the waste of the plastic bottle of normal dish soap. Shampoo and conditioner soap bars as well. I've always wanted to try those, but I've just never brought myself to actually purchase them. So personally, I'd really love that. And I think a lot of people are like curious about how they work, so it'd be a great thing to gift to let someone try that out. Same thing with that, minimizing the plastic involved in buying those products over and over. You give them a blender or like a coffee grinder. I don't know if they're very different. You probably do your research, but I think like a cute little mini version, or even like a larger size if someone's a coffee lover, or just generally if there's someone who like buys a lot of products or where they might need to grind it up in like oatmeal, they could grind it into oat flour, stuff like that. I think that's a perfect gift for someone kind of into coffee or just cooking. You could also gift a plant, like a cute little house plant, and maybe thrift a cute little pot to go along with that as well. And along with that, maybe even giving someone seeds, like if you know they are kind of into gardening, either giving them like decorative flower seeds, or maybe they're trying to grow some crops. Definitely try to look for local ones as well for that, just so they might grow better in your local weather conditions. And finally, this one's kind of broad, but to get something from any local artist or business. For Hawaii, some really cool things, for example, would be a lauhala hat. I don't know if there's other names for it, but it's the ones where it's a really cool intricate weaved pattern and often has like an open top, or a really nice like painting of Hawaii scenery. But of course, wherever you live, there's probably really cool specialty items to your area that I think anyone would find really cool to have, and they're not something people often go out and buy for themselves. And that brings me to the end of this video. I hope these gift recommendations were helpful if you're trying to look for more ethical and sustainable gift ideas. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!